Hi, and welcome back to Barnes News. I'm John Brooks, head anchor of this news channel. Today we'll be talking about inherited traits, learned behaviors, and instincts. We have a special guest to talk to us about his inherited traits, so stay tuned. First, we will start with learned behaviors with our field agent, Houston Smithworth.
Thanks, John. Now, we've all probably heard of learned behaviors, but do we really all know what a learned behavior is? A learned behavior is a skill that we learned on our own, a skill not inherited from our parents. Take a look at this bike. Did you know how to ride it the first time you got on? Probably not. That is because we learned how to ride a bike. Some learned behaviors I have are wakeboarding, tree climbing, riding a bike, and coding. We can also develop bad learned behaviors. Do you sometimes sit for hours watching TV or playing video games without noticing? If you do, that is a bad learned behavior. Now we will move on to instincts. Do you know what an instinct is? An instinct is a behavior that all creatures of that type have, like me. For instance, when someone hides, then jumps out at you and scares you, your instinct is to scream and run. My dog has some instincts too. Like she's part hound, so her instinct is to sit stiff and follow a stick. And some birds have an instinct to migrate when it gets cold. Those are what instincts are. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Houston. That was a lot of information. Hope you learned about learned behaviors and instincts. Now, at the beginning, I told you a guest star would appear at the end to tell us about his inherited traits. Presenting our special guest, Davis Barnes.
Thanks, John. You all know me. I'm Davis Barnes. Today I'm going to tell you about inherited traits, and some I have. You probably know what an inherited trait is, but let me tell you again. An inherited trait is a trait that you get from your parents, such as eye color or hair color. Now on to dominant and recessive traits. A dominant trait is a trait that trumps the other trait. For example, if your mom had blue eyes and your dad had brown eyes, and you got brown eyes, that would be a dominant trait. A recessive trait is a trait that doesn't show in your parents, but shows in you. For example, both my parents have brown eyes, but my sister has blue eyes. Now I'm going to tell you about some of my traits. Here are some dominant traits I have. Brown eyes, nearsighted eyes, detached earlobes, a widow's peak, I can make a U with my tongue, and I can't fold the tip of my tongue back upon the main body of my tongue without using my teeth. I have wavy hair, and I have a bent pinky finger that curves toward the other fingers. Some recessive traits I have are no freckles, no dimples. I do not have a Darwin's tubercle bump of cartilage on the outer rim of my ear, and I do not have a hitchhiker's thumb. Those are some traits I have. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Davis. Thank you all for watching Barnes News. Have a great day.